can. It can
Oh,
be another camera.
that's Troy's though.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, that's you. Or no, who is that?
That's Troy's.
Oh,
Jesus Christ,
never
it's
mind,
worse than
Marcos.
ever.
You're perfect.
Can you give me some kind of?
This is right.
Brian and Mary.
They just kicked that.
Okay, Bri, here we go. Ready? Our usual.
Yeah, sorry.
Keep in mind, everybody at the table,
Okay.
that you're on the mic on the live stream. So
Huh?
just
Are
keep
we
in mind.
okay?
Your,
Yeah, we
your
know. I
mics
know.
Are live
Yeah.
on the live stream.
Yeah.
So everyone around.
That I'm aware.
I know you guys are pro.
Well,
I'm talking to everybody.
No,
else.
I'm a mumbler, and I'm also like a little too sarcastic for my own good, so I have to
dropped the
filter
F-bomb a lot
myself
too much,
regularly. Brian keeps me in line. He keeps zapping me.
There it is. Yeah. Let's not use a table. Let's not use a utility stuff. Is it?
No, it's not that. You have a red power cord going up to the top of the truck.
Yep.
correct?
I need to.
16, 17, and 75.
All right, should we?
I know it's up there.
Should we do Turbo Tim's or East Side?
Oh, do Turbo Tims. We don't have anybody exciting to talk
Seeing
to
how
this
far
year.
this can go.
In fact, we got the B team out.
So we know
The
for
what?
The
sure.
B team is out this year. Maybe even the C and D. The co-op might be good. Oh, but they're right after Turbo
Yeah, and
Tims. So we
that's-
probably
that's
don't
why I
want to
was
do that. Yeah,
saying-
Culver's might be a decent one. They're great for the community. What else you got marked? Oh, Warner Stellion is new.
Yeah.
We could do.
Yep, I
If
was
Joe's in it, we could do that.
Yeah, he's driving it.
Oh, is he? Okay, cool.
Who's the person with this mic?
Yeah, I'll be coming out to interview and using that.
So the extent of how far you can go is about to the last block, basically.
Okay, so practically across the street.
Not all the way across the street.
Right.
Close to the way, basically.
Okay.
Okay, this sucks more than the
Okay.
Or if anything, just be aware how far.
It's a lot taller too.
So we got Warner Stellion.
Yeah.
Taller.
Okay.
We're not moving the truck.
Do we want to throw any? Any? Do you want
I
to do?
like you. I think.
Yeah. Do you want to do any politicians?
Do you have an age?
I mean,
was thinking we
are
probably-
Reich and Fletcher together? If they go together, we could probably hit them both up because they're neighborhood guys. But if they're not, that would be
Yeah.
weird and awkward.
Ooh. So, I wonder if that means that they're together. Is it the same for?
Fletcher and Fletcher and Reich are together too.
Hey, you can't go on my live and say nothing.
Where did I just see them?
I can't stand him.
Do you guys have a good enough view for what you need?
Yep.
Okay.
We should be set. Thank
And
you.
then Marcos is going to have this camera here,
Okay.
kind of in the street
Okay.
for the interviews.
Okay.
And then this long mic is attached.
And then
Yep.
as far as turning these mics off and turning that one on,
That's on the board there.
Okay.
So Ethan is doing sound,
Okay,
so
okay.
he'll switch between your mics.
okay, Ethan.
Oh, your name's Brian as well?
Yeah.
Brian to Brian.
Okay.
And then
And Mary.
I'm Mary.
Okay.
pleasure to meet both of you.
Nice to meet you.
Brian, what I'd say is while they're looking out to go get interviews and set the street, make sure that the cableage isn't tripping people up. Just be mindful of it while you're seeing people engage with it. Because that's something that causes technical issues throughout the day. No, I don't.
We're looking at Fair State. And I think, yeah.
And we can improvise too, like if there's a big
Yeah.
lag or something, we might have to just hop out and get somebody.
Oh, there they were.
Yeah, they look like they're kind of together too, but I don't. I mean, they could be super spaced out, so who knows?
Channel 16, 17. That's Andrew. 16,
Are you guys with the city of town?
No, we both. Brian's a business owner in the neighborhood, and I work for the local nonprofit.
Hey, Chris. While the interview
Hey,
is
Julian?
going out with that cable, keep an eye out.
The other phone you were using, you want to make sure that it's on the, is that the one on the charger?
Yeah, I said
Just want to make sure whatever phone's not in use.
Why can't I go live? Yeah, just yell. Cheap hair. You got it.
Don't be hating on my hair because he got this look. Just because he thinks he got this good hair. He trying to get
My
it
name's
on.
Ethan.
You got them thighs.
Actually, then South African can hear me.
I heard
You should
somebody.
know this.
We'll be going out to do the.
Graphic is covering like the bottom third of your shot, so just keep that in mind that you have to work with the top 2/3. Do the opposite of that.
So you've got, correct myself.
Right. Tilt down.
Okay. I have a couple uncles that have a nephew named Brian as well.
That's better.
Is it ideal?
I think you need to do a little bit of balancing, but yes, that's the right height.
God, y'all.
Yeah, yep.
That's disgusting.
So I wonder if it would be whoever's going to be like across the street to get to let people know that we're going to interview. I wonder if we should have some kind of a
batteries.
rapport with them and
Yeah.
give them maybe
Who's-
an idea. I don't know. Are you going to be out this way doing the showing, like getting people ready for an interview?
Nope, I'm
Okay.
I'm
I
switching.
wonder who's doing that.
Also, TJ,
Yes.
I talked to Tom, who's the head of the go-karts.
Val, correct?
He's going to try and get
think so.
go-karts in my shop.
Where is Val?
Dope.
Go.
We'll see how it works.
Is this too tight, Bri? I can move over.
Sweet. Don't know how I did that.
Throw
That
the
was-
coil on the ground and then tape this to the table so that if it does tug, it tugs on the tape and not the board.
So they need to tell people, like grab people.
That's a good idea, actually. And then they'll know before it
Yeah.
pulls them.
I have my moments.
We troubleshoot things. So it's,
In here, I just want to have, there's an
one
orange
thing has to
bucket
happen
in here
wrong
for trash.
before we, before we bring up on our
Yeah, I remember saying it.
tactics. It is actually like, it's not human, but it's tough.
It's not nice out.
It's nice, but it's like, you move around there.
Yeah, well, not that much.
Cool, Brian.
Oh, okay. So then basically just.
It looks like you just came back here.
There we go. All right, let's see.
Oh, can he do it?
Hey, everybody who has headsets, I just wanted to say, like, look at us. We're streaming 2009 up here on the interwebs.
2019?
2009?
No, 2009 specifically.
Oh my God, don't take it
You know, what
back.
it was a busy day.
I was about to say it was before 9/11, but that's not.
That's not it. It's like it was all traumatized all over again.
I like those graphics. That's quaint. And I wish that the camera up there was more stabilized.
Cool.
But it looks very pretty. Oh, okay.
It'll
It's
get
not
focused.
shaking. So yeah, so I'm. You give him a chair with this. And that.
I have a. Can you hand me that plastic?
Hey, Troy.
Actually, is there a white
You
tape
want a
over
chair
there?
up there?
If there's an extra chair, it's probably
Tape
the
is-
best.
It's fine.
All right. EJ, will you switch to something more more appealing?
Is that at my most handsome?
Okay.
I don't have anything more appealing.
I am clearly standing on top of a van, which makes me taller.
It's all shaky.
Yeah,
It's all
I mean, dude.
in progress.
Like, I've been waiting
He's like,
the day that you
all
can
I see
taller
is
than
somebody's
me.
arm. And
Who's
I'm
our
like,
Who's our person?
Yes, because we're
It's
doing
finally here.
something.
And you've earned my
Icky
respect.
over there in the wizard shirt, and it's gonna be me raising my hand.
He's back.
Okay, good. System established.
Setting this here very temporarily.
You're good.
everybody back to each other.
Andrew, is this where the cash
I have
incentives kick
opinions.
in?
Well, I mean,
You're gonna be bringing the table.
cash incentives already.
Oh my gosh.
That's a loud.
That's awesome.
That was dramatic. That was drama.
I think it was 2 years ago. They had everybody's names on the front of the carts.
Oh.
And so as they were driving, I'd just be sitting there and I'd be like, Bob, hey Bob, what's going on? How you doing?
Oh, that's perfect.
And
They had no idea,
somebody,
did they?
So my friend's wife was along, and she's like, "How do you know all these people? Like their names?" And
I know
people are
everybody
just,
in Northeast.
people are just, and yeah, they were just looking at me like,
And as I'm
you
pulling,
know.
you look at me and go,
Who the hell's he talking to now?
and I'll be like, I know.
"That's Brian."
Oh, good.
You like shoulder shrug as you like slam into the ground.
You're 1, he's 2, and you're 3 as well.
2 and 3,
All
baby.
right.
But you're number 1.
Of course.
How's that? Where's Marcos? Marcos is that one. No, I mean.
All right, sweetheart. I'm gonna go right here. Okay.
Okay, you got enough
The
space?
middle.
Yeah, we're good.
EJ, I'm gonna drop my whole mechanism down, what, 18 inches?
No, I'll switch cameras.
Oh, you gotta go change it. Don't listen to anybody else.
What should we ask Bob Margaret?
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Can you do a couple takes for me, please?
Yeah.
Just
I'm
talk.
gonna just talk about the Boy Scouts of America units of
Okay.
Northeast Minneapolis and St. Anthony Village. Boy Scouts, known now as Scouts BSA.
Wow.
Yeah, since girls can now join. We got some from Troop 711,
So
Okay.
my thoughts
Troop
are,
153, and Troop 132.
as long as us three are
And Cub Scouts from Packs 153 and 132.
capture different.
And Venturers from Venture Crew 132 at Mount Carmel Church.
So I'd say
Boys and girls from kindergarten to age 20 that are interested can go to adventurescalling.org.
otherwise,
Cool. Can we have you do it?
Yes, sir.
and stay probably.
Okay, Minneapolis Police Band is celebrating 101 years of service and is the longest running police band in the country.
Outside of that, just generally feel free to float around.
Police Band is also members of Minnesota Music Hall of Fame. Okay. Northeast Kiwanis Club of Northeast Minneapolis, they're the Peanut Guys. The motto of the Kiwanis Club is Children Priority 1. The club is 40 members strong and does fundraising. Are we good?
Yep.
Okay. Because, you know, I could just keep talking.
Ethan, did you do the third mic?
Oh, we should
Third
try
mic?
that out.
Yeah, let's do the third mic here.
Can you hear me now?
yeah.
Is it
That
working?
travels
Okay, good.
Nice.
All right.
God knows what he's saying, but you guys can hear it at least.
You need me to keep talking?
Yep.
Okay, so the Ravelini tripod here is quite a piece of equipment. I'm looking at all the knobs and adjustments and dials there for it. So there's plenty of them. The Sony camera there is doesn't look level. I think your sunshade might be tilted a little bit there. No, I'm looking like right. Okay. So.
What up?
or I might just be a little slanted. So, are we good talking? Or
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Did I need to move the
can hear
mic any closer or anything? It was good here?
No, that's
Okay,
perfect.
good.
If you stay tilted down like that, that's good. You can really hear me on that beat.
Well, we have these. It's not a shot. It's a.
You take a
Oh, you can sing your interviews.
part of me.
What's in your cup, Bri?
What's in your cup?
Not what's in yours.
Man, I've been listening to Gordon Lightfoot
Really?
on Pandora lately.
Wow.
And Gordon Lightfoot, oh, he's
Can I mark down who your plans
Yeah.
are?
Yep.
Just so Brandon has a little heads up.
5.
Troy, when you zoom in that
debating
much, the graphic covers all the
21,
road. So just be
if
mindful
they're
of
together.
that, and I'll try to communicate that to you.
26. 40.
Yeah, so you can't see
42.
the graphic. Yeah. Because it's in the
And
program.
55
Yeah.
and
So just,
67.
it's like a quarter on the bottom of the screen.
These guys, maybe.
Where the hell is that other
Correct.
camera coming
And then if there's a lag, we'll probably give them a signal to pull somebody else. Perfect.
from? Oh, it's
Yeah.
right
Great.
there.
Perfect. Yeah.
Thank you.
I was wondering about that.
Did I get
Hold on one second, Chris.
Did I get 26 on there? Did you get that?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Yep.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, so that's Marco, Ethan, Andrew, and
That's
Jacob.
Andrew. Is he Andrew?
Andrew in the black with the
Okay.
back.
Okay.
Your setup, so we just came to look.
Yeah, we can see that camera. And this is a camera.
Hey!
Look at all the pictures we got.
Look at all the pictures they have. Look, we might be on the. We're over here. Maybe
School
we
bus
can find
drivers.
ourselves on the TV later this week.
And it'll be on YouTube too.
Awesome. That's their jobs. Isn't that pretty cool?
I think it was 6 years ago. I
Thanks for sharing.
helped out with Jacob's council campaign just
Oh.
because the
What time does
previous
John F. Kennedy
occupant of that office
Yeah.
needed. Yeah.
To
So
go.
Too soon?
Even if it's 2009,
Although now
it's
she's
still too
more,
late.
she's doing more good for the community than she
what
did
is she
then.
doing now?
She does a lot of stuff like with the bee, the pollinators, and she's doing all right. That's what she should have been doing all along.
Yeah.
Anybody want to use this guy?
I don't know. I would not be happy to find a more.
On a Shriner go-kart. On a small rig. What?
You are a smart dude.
The thing is that I'm sure the battery will be dead before they start.
Circle these two so I know which one.
We'll have at least it's the leader's cart, so it's shooting behind.
Yeah, no. I mean,
So as
to
long
me,
as
like,
they do
nothing
stuff
happens before
counterclockwise, man, we're in business.
or at least nothing.
Jesus, these mics are good. I can,
Val,
y'all better be careful what you're,
Just mind your weight.
or who you're talking about.
Huh?
I just gave it to Brandon. Do you want? Oh, you know what? Hold on. Never mind. I have one. I can't.
Okay. I'm gonna go hit the toddy, the toilet, really quick, the restroom, and we'll get this thing started. Do you need a water or anything?
I'm good. Thank you so much.
Okay. Bother us if you need to. We're
I
here for
will.
that.
Thanks.
Brian's coming up to give it to you.
Oh, hey, the other Brian.
The other
Thank
Brian.
you, sir.
Both Brian's out.
Hey Marcos, can you put your headset on? Alright, I think everybody was couple things. Be mindful that the bottom quarter of your screen is taken up by a graphic when it gets to me. So just kind of be aware of that. Also, once the parade starts, like, I don't want to hear from you unless you're dying. No offense.
You sure you call your shots in advance.
Yes.
Hey,
that was
Troy.
the other thing. I'm gonna call the
Troy.
shots in advance.
I'm getting ready to come here. Yep. So it can't have little baby heads on? I just unplugged it and untangled it.
This starts at 7, right?
6:30.
Okay.
Where have I heard that before?
Probably won't get to us till about 1:45 like that.
The last time I was trying to set up the headset.
No. All right, try talking through the button.
Is it test? Can you hear me now? Jillian?
I had some in my hand. I
Kid.
just set them back down in my car.
I'm gonna look up some 90 years ago trivia to see if we can have a little bit of fun facts to share.
Oh, you're looking for
90
some?
years ago today, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting so many audio
Surely
feeds
not
in my brain
everyone
right now. It's
comes from
crazy.
fighting.
Okay, nothing about Hitler, I don't think.
1929?
Yeah.
So that would have
So
been.
I'll just look. I'll do that. I'll do 1929.
Yeah. Ooh. Like,
Fun facts. Here we go.
okay.
Let's see.
It'll be starting.
So Roaring Twenties, the Depression had not started yet.
Who can I drop my phone to get a charge?
Influential songs were Makin' Whoopee by Eddie Cantor and Ain't Misbehavin' by Fats Waller. Price of a watermelon was 50 cents, Brian.
That seems pretty high.
It does, doesn't it?
I mean, I was at Costco the other
I
day.
know,
and they
right? You
were-
get one for $2.99. Maybe that's not a good fact to use. Okay, what else here?
This is gonna stick to him.
No, I don't, we don't need to. Okay, so let's find another one.
A lot of what you find on the internet.
Yeah.
A lot of what you find
Look at
on the
that.
internet is the same stuff the cops found on the street.
How did you get up there?
I don't know if it's gonna stick.
Oh yeah, duh.
Oh.
There it is. Oh yeah, 25%.
The great stock market crash happened that year, Wall Street.
Oh, okay.
The stock market crash in 1929.
What was the date? Was that Black Tuesday?
October 24th, it says. Oh, here's a better song. Singin' in the Rain was a pop standard. The most famous person in America was Al Jolson.
Al Jolson.
Which is incredible because he's a man of color. Okay.
He was a singer, correct?
Yeah.
Most popular? Or what
When
was
he
the
goes
phrasing?
The most popular,
When he goes
let's
out,
see,
I'm gonna mute
most
you,
famous person in America.
just so we're not getting.
Great
okay.
balloon guy. Woo!
Actually, I'm gonna mute 3 right now.
This one's kind of charging.
Hey Brian, give me a heads up. Oh, well, I'll pay attention, but if you're gonna
Yeah.
go out there, just give me a clap or something.
We're
because I have you.
circling. We're circling the one. These are the people we're going to interview.
But yeah, I'll
But
be.
yeah, you'll see. I'll give you a kick. How about that? I'll give you a nudge.
Is this the start, or are they just patrolling to get everybody out of the street?
Here's a good one. Mickey Mouse was the first was the first ever cartoon character to talk that year.
Which one is that?
In 1929, when the parade started. We're looking at
really?
some fun 90-year-old facts.
The entire bottom quarter.
Victoria.
kid doing up there?
There it is.
Yay! Oh, look at those beautiful horses.
Even I can hear.
That them guys with the golf cart again?
I shouldn't talk. Sorry.
Grand Teton National Park was established.
We have a lot over here by me.
Who was president? Is that
Let's look.
Besides Troy. It's about 3/4.
Herbert Hoover.
Ah, yes, from Hoovervilles.
31st president.
Zoom in on that little girl driving the street.
That one's a fun dance.
Who
What else?
is Hoover from? Minnesota.
Let's look.
Kids, dogs, and old people.
Iowa.
That's where I've seen it. Yep.
Brandon, I'm not here.
We've got like 3 cameras on one fucking 4 cameras on one.
Yeah, I know.
Like this is awesome.
I'm on
Here.
Troy.
I'm gonna pull out.
I feel like I'm in an insane asylum.
I'm gonna pull
The,
out. EJ, go to me.
Thank you.
Did I tell you about last Veterans Day?
Yeah.
My friend and I walked over to the memorial.
Yeah.
And I'm looking, and she's like, Brian, there's some guy with your name on it. And it was quote from me at that memorial. And
Really?
I didn't,
Marcos, I'm on
I didn't, I'm like,
That's awesome.
but that was real. It was written like I was his
you're
dad.
Oh,
And,
that's not awesome. That's weird.
yeah.
That's bizarre. I really regret not being involved in that project. I was so like determined to be detached from our neighborhood association because I'm so it's like
Okay.
it's like work.
Yeah.
It's more work,
Yeah.
you know. And so it's like I just stopped doing it, and I regret it because I should have been involved in that. It's in my own neighborhood, you know.
And that was, yeah, I've got the, like, our neighborhood owns the only park in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we're gonna just put in a rain garden and new stuff over there.
Awesome.
Can you talk to me a little bit more?
Yeah. Should we colorful commentary or
Yeah.
regular?
I mean,
So, we'll do some more reading, I
I
guess.
like how they did the globe though.
So, here's the big debate.
Yeah.
Somebody told me the other day in my neighborhood that water used to shoot out of that thing. It's never had water shoot out of it. And I was looking at them like, I don't think so. But they were really argumentative about it. So I just kind of let it go. But that's not a fountain.
No.
It's lit up from the inside, but it's not a fountain. How are we doing it?
No, you're good.
Good?
100%. I appreciate you thinking about
Was a-
that.
Yep, my thought was, well, we can just continue talking.
But that was so weird because it's like a young couple that lived like down the block from me, and they were walking down they had a baby, and they were walking down the road, and they're looped. I mean, they're both have beers in their
Yeah.
hands. They had christened the kid that day or something, and she was just adamant that water shot out of that thing, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it hasn't.
Oh, it was that Veterans Day when we dedicated it, though. It was so cold
Yeah.
that day, and I was thankful because
Yeah, I'm getting better at remembering to say
I had
that.
just left
If we know, then
like
we know.
months earlier active
Hey,
duty.
Susan.
Yeah.
Good. I had just left active duty.
Oh.
So I didn't hop on my
Which doesn't mean that I'll
our
be
Army email.
yeah.
And so I opened it up though, and it was,
Turn
yeah,
on
hey,
autofocus,
would you
it's
be,
pretty good
you
in
know,
the daylight.
Minnesota National Guard?
Yeah.
They want a representative, so they
Yeah.
just had somebody from the armory here. But I was so happy because I would have had to wear my dress
Oh,
uniform.
sure. Yeah.
And it was not, I mean, I had on my winter parka,
Wow.
so.
They're gonna be a while. Like 3 blocks down.
What is that snapping noise?
A little.
Okay. I'm just like.
Where you at? I'm on 50%. Where you at?
I'm on the table camera, so y'all can do all your settings.
Well, UCare's working the crowd. They probably didn't pay for an entry. They just decided they had no
Yeah.
face.
I realized I'm becoming.
Woo!
Realized I am becoming much more of a grumpy old man as I get older and older. Yeah, I just saw one the other day, and it was. Remember Clippy from Microsoft Office?
Yes.
Yeah, and it was like.
I got so much crap.
It was, hi, you look like you may be too young to remember Clippy. Do you need some help getting off my lawn? And like,
That's good. Love it. Okay, looks like we're starting. Well, they're coming faster than I thought. God, get those kids out of the road, man. That's just can't be good for them in the long run to do that once. You know what I mean? I'm that kind of a mother where it's like, don't ever do that, ever. Even when there's a parade, ever.
I had to laugh because it was when we were standing over there. They had the barricades out, and the kid, of course, just stops and he presses a button because he's looking at.
Yeah, right.
And the parents are like, "No, it's okay.
Yeah.
You go because there's this barricade."
Right.
Oh yeah.
Cute.
Seriously. I mean, now I'm kind of feeling what you're feeling.
Marcos, if you could get a little bit close up of the first group and pan with them.
Can I take this phone and put one back in this place? The one I was using? Since it's up on the sling?
Yes.
So are there other? Is there another announcer somewhere?
They have way down at the beginning of the parade, there's something that's announcing to the crowd.
Okay.
There's somebody announcing to the crowd, yeah.
And we're just announcing to them.
We're just doing the TV broadcast, yeah.
Cool.
Okay, we are on Marcos cam.
Colorful commentary.
All right.
When are you guys give us when you're starting. Oh,
Yeah.
well, let's go.
We're
ahead.
on.
Should we?
Yep.
Anybody?
Oh.
Are we starting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever you want to, whenever they get close enough for you to.
Okay. I think
Okay,
let's wait
yeah.
till they get.
Well, I was gonna start with introducing myself.
Let's do it.
Okay. Let's
Okay.
do it. All right.
All right, Bri.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Hi, and welcome to the
90th
annual
Woohoo!
Celebrate Northeast Parade. I'm Brian Winter,
I'm Mary Anstedt.
and we'll be your commentators here today for the parade. Coming down the street, we have
Switching to table cam.
the first group is the Boy Scouts of Northeast and St. Anthony.
And they kick off this parade every single year, Brian.
Yeah?
They're a cool group of young people that are just, whenever they come through that with that flag, everybody pays attention.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. We've got, so this is the first year that it is now Scouts BSA, no longer Boy Scouts, since girls can now join. But there's Scouts from Troop 711, 153, 132, and then Cub Scout packs as well.
Cool.
I have never seen a subdued logo on a police vehicle before.
That is the 2nd Precinct Commander's
Ah,
vehicle.
okay.
Todd Loining. He's
Ah,
on the
yes.
Northeast Chamber
Board,
Board.
yeah. And there's also Venturers from Venture Crew 132.
And boys and girls from kindergarten to age 20. I did not go that they go up to age 20.
That's
That is-
the Venture Cruise.
Ah,
my understanding.
gotcha.
That's designed for
Gotcha.
high school graduates, pretty much.
So 90 years strong. This neighborhood has been around quite a few more years than 90 years, but this parade's been going on for 90 years. What happened 90 years ago, Brian?
Well, we got a few notes about that.
Who was president? Who was president?
You know, Herbert Hoover was president.
Very cool.
He was our 31st president.
Wow. Very neat.
So, yeah, and in 1929, that was a pretty big year. That was the stock market crash back in October 24th.
And I heard that Mickey Mouse was the first character to talk on a cartoon, so that's pretty neat.
Did he actually talk, or did somebody voice him,
I'm
do you
sure
think?
it wasn't actually him, but...
Okay.
And these are, members of
American
American
Legion.
Legion Paladin.
Post 555.
Commander Donovan Ortel, Adjutant Ray Iden, First Vice Commander Paul Soderberg, and Commander Doug Pearson. And I think I hear the police band coming.
Yeah, so next up is the Minneapolis Police Band.
I heard that they're the longest running, so we might as well do our talking about them now, because once
Yeah.
they get near us, we're not going to be able to say anything. So, Minneapolis Police Band is celebrating 101 years of service and is the longest running police band in the country. They are also members of the Minnesota Music Hall of Fame, which I didn't know that we had.
I didn't either. I wonder where that's at.
I don't. We better check that.
Maybe
We
I
better
should,
Google it. We need to Google.
Maybe I should plan that for one of my days here.
We were just driving up by Virginia, Minnesota, and I actually saw the World Hockey Hall of Fame. I had no idea that it was located in Minnesota.
Yes.
I had no idea.
I have actually. It's not Virginia. Where is it?
It's
at?
right. It's right past. It's either right before or right past Virginia.
Okay. Yeah, because done
think it's
some
right
racing
before.
up there,
Yeah.
and we finished right around there, I believe it was. So they're down in the Minnesota Music Hall of Fame is in New Ulm.
Ah.
So
There's some
next-
beer in
down
New Ulm
there.
as well.
There- Kind of an older brewery.
Yes, it
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It is.
Alright, Marcos, don't touch your camera. I'm going to you.
So, yeah. I wonder if they went down there to perform when they were inaugurating
Perhaps.
the Hall of Fame.
Alright, Troy, I'm switching to no. Okay, now I'm switching to Troy camera.
I was really surprised that the Minneapolis Police Marching Band is the longest one, or been around the longest in the country, though. That's pretty neat.
That is, yeah,
There's a lot of history here in Minneapolis and Northeast especially.
most definitely.
Yep, we're not going to be able to talk too much pretty
No.
soon, Brian.
Alright, switching to random camera.
See Grand Marshal. Now, I'm going to show my ignorance. The police band is all police officers.
Yeah, I believe
okay.
so. Yeah. What a great night for a parade. Not
Oh,
too cold,
this
not too
is
hot.
beautiful.
This parade has brought so many different weather fronts through. We've had tornado sirens and everything.
I think it was 4 years ago that it was just so stinking hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I ended up with the sunshine into my eyes that day.
One year, in all the years I've lived in Northeast, which has been over 25 years or more, they've canceled the parade one time only. There's the Exchange Club.
Yeah.
So the Exchange Club every year really takes pride in passing out flags to everyone.
The Give a Kid a Flag program is what that's called, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
And they were getting driven around in the Firefighters Hall and Museum. Have you been to that before?
I have.
I have not gotten there, and I kept meaning to for, what was it called? Open Buildings?
Oh, that
Or
open
Doors?
doors. Or,
Yeah, I didn't even hear about that till
Yeah.
like a day or two before, and then I was kind of already had plans, so.
So now we are waiting
Next
for
up
our Grand
is
Marshal.
the Grand Marshal, and this year's Grand Marshal is going to get interviewed by Mary here, but it's Bob Margit.
Bob Margit.
And his wife Diana, and he has been the owner of River Liquor Store for quite a few years, and been a longtime member of Gold Brick Club, supporter of Northeast Lions, and Eastside Exchange Club, and then supporter of Eastside Neighborhood's annual wine tasting
That's
for
right.
22 years.
That's right. We call it Night at the Nick now.
Night at the Nick.
But he has
Yep.
really been integral in that event being a very successful fundraiser for us. So it's been great.
And I've been going to that event for 10 years now.
That's right, you
and
have.
Always has been a good time. I don't know if you knew, I won the auction on the Mexican
The villa.
vacation.
Yeah, I remember that. He tried to get us to. Well, yeah, we didn't do that one this year.
Yeah.
We had a Tortola villa, a beautiful Tortola villa.
nice.
Villa,
But after 73 years, the store is going to be closing its doors this summer.
That's right. It's been in the
and they have-
family that liquor store's been in their family for 73 years, generationally run. They have been just incredible supporters of Northeast Minneapolis. Anytime you go in there, Bob is involved in something.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to.
I'm gonna do it. Here we go.
Hey, Troy. Not going to worry about it, and we'll just put the YouTube feed up later. TV's not Troy Cam, but like, it's got a shot.
And we are interviewing Bob and Diane Margit, being driven by Walt Centers. Bob, congratulations on being the Grand Marshal.
It's quite an honor.
It is. It's great. How are you?
Fantastic.
Are you enjoying your night?
Fantastic. Seeing all the people
all
out
about
Northeast. Oh, no, it's all about the parade and the kids.
It's all about you, Bob and Diane.
That's right.
It's all about that. You've been great supporters of the neighborhood. We thank you both so very
Thank you.
much.
And I married an Edison girl, so it's okay.
Oh, well then, you got it. We're Northeasters for life, right? All right, go enjoy your parade. Thank you so much. Have fun.
Here, have some peanuts.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, hey, thanks. We're getting some peanuts. Apparently, the Kiwanis Club is coming by of Northeast Minneapolis. They're the peanut guys.
Did the sound come through on that?
The motto of their club is Children Priority One. And we
They
also
do a big pancake. So they have 40 members of the Northeast Kiwanis. And they actually do a giant fundraiser, which is really, Brian, if you ever want to see everyone who's anyone in Northeast, you got to go to their pancake breakfast.
I have never been there.
Oh my gosh.
Even when I was working there.
Oh my gosh. It is like you will see every single person you know in Northeast. Everyone has pancakes that morning.
Perfect. That sounds great.
It's a good time.
We'll definitely put that on the calendar for future.
Yeah.
They're picking up Troy talking on the live stream.
Do they still have the big can collection?
They
too?
do. They do a can collection over at Center's Ethnic Market. I know that they do quite a bit with kids in the community. But I want to get my facts straight here, Brian. So I know that they do things with the peanuts and the aluminum can collection really support all the work that they donate to different organizations. I know they donate to Eastside Neighborhood Services. They just are a really good group of people in the community. And I think we're waiting for the Lions Club.
I believe so as well.
So the Lions Club is celebrating 79 years in Northeast Minneapolis. Thank you. Okay, yep. Actually, I'll do this.
79 years.
79 years.
That's pretty good.
They are ever changing and growing rapidly. And I'll tell you, Brian, that the last time I had the honor of going to a Lions Club meeting, they had a lot of lionesses. They have women are part of the group now, and the group is really growing. So it's really nice to see the diversity in the group.
Great, and 79 years. I mean,
Yep.
It's good to see that still going strong.
It is, and they are a strong group of people. I would love to know how many people they have. I don't know how many people they have to date as part of the group, but the type of things that they do in Northeast Minneapolis is they really get involved in anything that they can. They support the Northeast Y, Edison High School. They just started a new building program with Edison students. It's really neat. The Northeast Minneapolis Royalty, of course, Eastside Neighborhood Services. They're integral in Camp Bovey, which is celebrating our 70th year this year. Chance to Grow, Accessibility, and many, many other organizations. They are just everywhere that they can be, and they support everything possible. This year's president is Tom Deegan, and they are proud to be supporting the Shriners Club by collaborating with their Great Collector Car Club. So that's all these neat cars that they'll be driving that you'll see in a few minutes are all from the Shriners Club.
Perfect. And there's
Marty
quite a few of
Zaworski.
them.
I see Marty's sticking out of the sunroof of one. Or maybe it's a truck.
Yeah.
Oh, right up. Okay. Yeah, no worries. Okay. Yeah.
I think that is, I think that's a pickup truck there.
Okay, so he's not in a sunroof. He's standing on the back.
I wonder if that's...
Right? We have to talk more. Okay. They are taking their time down the road, and they're enjoying every minute of it.
Yes. I suppose if you're going to have a collector's car, why wouldn't you have fun corn in it?
Absolutely. And now the mystery is cleared up of where they get their collector cars. They partner with the Shriners on it. They usually have a big stuffed lion along with them. I'm not seeing it yet.
No, I don't see a. There's one on the top of the Mustang. It looks like.
I hope it's not just a head. It might be. They might have beheaded the lion. I don't know. So we have Marty Zaworski. So he's been a long-time Lion. Larry Rinaldo, another long-time Lion. There's some of the Lionesses. There's Debbie Kettles. Love it.
Oh, okay. Well, for everybody that can't hear, there's some trash talking going between
We are
the
getting
vehicles.
trash talk from the Lions.
So
I don't know.
Marty's saying they've got the better vehicle than
That's
the
right.
1954 Chevy.
It's brighter, that's for sure. Hey.
They did. It is just a
It
lion
is just
head.
a lion's head. Another lioness. Oh, wait, there's a tail.
Oh, okay.
I see a tail.
Okay.
Very interesting. It's kind of an optical illusion.
Did they shove the lion?
So
in
this
the
is
trunk?
a Mustang. That's not a. Well, I guess it's a classic car, huh? Here comes.
I have no idea what year that is. But
Here comes a Cadillac convertible. You don't see
Oh.
many of them around these days.
Thing's as big as a whale.
That is a big car. Yep, that is a big car. Almost Titanic-like.
Yes. Oh.
Larry Waja. Denise Dietz. Here comes a classic car, more
Oh, yeah.
in our era, Brian, maybe, huh? Or maybe much older than us. I don't know.
Not sure
It's a
what year
classic,
that
though,
was.
right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's got the antique.
What is it? It's a Chevy.
Plates on it.
Is it a Malibu?
Yeah, it looks that way. And coming up after the Lions Club is the Northeast Royalty Program. So
Okay.
the ambassador program's been around 70 years, and these young ladies are vying for an opportunity to represent Northeast Minneapolis for the next year.
And they are, not only are they representing Northeast Minneapolis, but they really take pride in, there's Jerry Weller from the Lions. The Northeast Royalty really takes pride in doing volunteering everywhere. These kids are everywhere, absolutely everywhere in the neighborhood, helping out wherever they can. This is a scholarship program for young people, and their float this year is the Paradise Lady cruising down the mighty Mississippi.
So that's tomorrow when they determine who's going to be.
They do, yep.
And the
These-
coronation is happening. Yep. So Miss Northeast candidates: Maria Hernandez, sponsored by Elsie's; Caitlin Bergstrom,
Bergstrom.
sponsored by Marino's Delis;
And Lesia Uniat, sponsored, not confirmed yet, but in the running.
and the junior Miss candidates. Up there in the front, we've got Sophia Court, sponsored by the Moose Bar
Okay.
and Grill. And junior candidates are Esme Lee Norman, sponsored by Amy Michelle Freeman Edina Realty. And Kaylee Hubbard, sponsored by Nakasone Commercial Painting and Wall Covering.
Very good.
And here's our past royalty.
Past ambassadors.
They've made us proud. And we say good job and thank you.
Thank you.
And
There's one of our sponsors, Northeast Moose Bar and Grill, located on
Moose
beautiful Monroe.
is on Monroe, and it
and
is
Spring Street,
Spring
right?
Street, yep.
They are doing a lot of great things in the community too.
They, yes. Also, probably running records for longest advertiser
I think
in
so.
The Northeast.
I think so.
Oh, next up, we've got the
I
Shrine
see.
Flyers.
Well, so we're going to have to do our talking
We'll
ahead
talk
of time.
a little bit about them
because once
now.
they get near us, we won't be able to hear ourselves
Yeah.
think.
So they are the first aviation unit of the Shrine.
Wow.
And been doing this for about 50 years at community parades throughout the upper Midwest. These are Zura Temple here in Minneapolis.
Mhm. Looks like each year that the Flyers members and friends collect and distribute toys for children who are hospitalized in Minnesota over the Christmas holidays through Tree of Hope. They meet monthly, it sounds like.
Their membership includes airline and military pilots, air traffic
Wow.
controllers, as well as many private pilots and aviation enthusiasts.
I did not know that. That
So-
explains the little helicopter action.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder what aviation enthusiast.
Is that just liking, do you like flying then?
Do you or like driving around in Shredder
Little
cars
little
that look
little
like
little
airplanes.
little vehicles,
If that's
vehicles
the
that look
case,
like planes. That would make me enthusiastic.
I'm a bit of a.
Are you an
aviation
enthusiast?
I've always thought that tearing down Central
It would be
Avenue
fun.
in one of those
It would be fun.
pretty enjoyable.
What's incredible to me is the way that they coordinate it all, and they don't run into each other.
Yeah.
So that's pretty neat. That is a talent. I wonder what their rehearsals are like and where they do it.
I'm not sure. I would imagine, especially before or once they haven't practiced for a while, or new members get
indoctrinated.
You probably are doing a lot of walking around before you get to get
Right.
into the car.
Right.
Crawl, walk, run is the term we
I
used
like
to use
it.
in training.
I
so,
like it.
yeah.
Makes sense.
Not that I've ever done this,
No.
but when I was
Yes.
doing
Well, I think that they're coming down the road
All
shortly,
right.
so we will be able to enjoy the show.
got plenty
This is
of
the quieter of the Shriners. This is the quieter of the Shriners.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Here they
I
come.
don't hear them blowing their
No,
whistles
they're
as
not
much
too
as
bad.
some of the others either.
But they're not right in front of us yet, so the crowd is enthusiastic
Yeah.
about them. Here they come. They're going to perform right now. So they do parades across the whole upper Midwest, not just Minneapolis.
I was uncertain if they were waiting for me to
I don't
return a
know.
salute.
I think
so,
you had to give them a signal.
They got the first
They
Caps
did
Shark
it.
salute.
So coming up, we have one of the sponsors of the parade, and that is the Ideal Diner. Brian, how many
Ah.
times do you eat there a year?
You know,
The working man's breakfast, Brian.
I get
It's-
there, I'd say probably about 3 times a
Yeah,
year.
yep.
But my walkability is probably that's where I usually have my breakfast. Is
Yeah.
our previous sponsor.
That's right.
Lisa Monroe.
Well, I tell you, the Ideal Diner has really taken off. It's like there are some days that we want to go there and have a bite to eat, and you
Yeah.
can just see people standing up, waiting for a seat. So it's like a lot of times we won't do it, but it's
yes,
great to see a
the
business
pancake
thriving
there
like that.
is fantastic, and you know, having gone through having the road in front of my business closed,
Yeah.
I am really happy that they were able to stick around through that. The construction that happened on Central and will probably happen again soon.
Right. So they have 14 stools, and that's why it's sometimes hard to get in there.
Yeah.
But they have breakfast all day, 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 4. They have a fish dinner offered Fridays. And it is their motto, Brian, is it's a place where regular people feel special and special people feel regular.
Oh, look at
That's
that right
always
on the
my
side
favorite.
of there too. Yeah.
Well, it looks like they have more stools in this float than they do in the
Yeah.
in the actual restaurant. Then they're gonna do some singing. And there's our arts ambassador, Jennifer Young. She's a celebrity in Northeast. Yay!
Yeah.
What an awesome art ambassador she is.
They are selected based on their overall commitment to the arts community, and they were selected through creation of space. Jennifer and her partner John Kramer have invested in the California Building, Casket Building, and several others, creating space for artists. Lynn and her husband Frank Stone are the previous owners of Frank Stone Gallery, creating one of the first gathering spaces on 13th.
And I neglected to say that Lynn Olson is also an arts ambassador. I got too carried away in the magnetism of Jennifer.
Yeah.
Here comes the Northeaster.
The Northeaster.
Northeaster newspaper.
Yes, it's been around for quite a few
There's
years.
Margot.
And yes, Margot. They've got
So
some
they
of their
were-
staffers are on the community
I
band
see that.
here as well.
They were actually voted Small Business of the Year by the Northeast Minneapolis Chamber in 2015.
And they've been here since 1978.
They're a nice little. Anything you want to hear about in Northeast, you can find out in that paper. And some things you didn't know in Northeast, you're going to find out in that paper.
That's who I should ask my previous question of where that quote came
yes.
from. Yes. I was talking to somebody else from the Northeaster, but they were saying that they'd only been there a couple years. Next up, we have the Maple Grove Marching Crimson. So again, we'll probably be going a little radio silent, but
Right. You know, these bands are just incredible to me. These devoted young people that I can't imagine the amount of hours that they, volunteer
just
to
riding
just
to and from
right.
these,
That's
and then
true.
standing around
That's true.
waiting to start.
Yep, I know.
Yeah.
And they're just always, no matter what the weather, they just always seem to know how to do their job really well.
Yeah, I gotta imagine those caps on a sunny day get a little toasty.
How about carrying those big drums? The drums have always just blown me away.
So I'm gonna switch to you.
The one big one, or the like the 5 in front of them for the.
All of them.
Okay.
There's a lot of percussion happening, and it's impressive. So they're the Marching Crimson from Maple Grove. I wonder if they're our farthest away band. We'll have to do a poll on that. How
let's
far
take a
away have
look
our bands?
here.
They're all Maple Lake. That's farther. That's coming up. The Three Witches, they must be presenting some special performance. I see that, I guess the flag twirlers have some kind of witchy outfits on.
Dark.
Witchy.
Witchy. Gothic?
I see more than 3 witches, though, so I don't know.
Troy, zoom out. They're gonna do a whole show. Field show.
Valerie.
Yeah, that's good. Tilt down just a bit. Brandon, can you get on the color guard? That's the flags. Marcos. Alright, switch to Troy.
All right, coming up next is Chicks on Sticks. It's an all-woman stilting troupe.
Wow, I know I couldn't do.
I have never tried those type of stilts.
Have you ever been on the stilts, like if you were doing like drywalling and mudding and things like that? Have you ever done that?
No.
No, I haven't either.
No.
I have relatives that have, though.
I've done the stilts that go to the side that my grandpa built, and I'm pretty darn good on those.
I bet.
So I wouldn't mind trying the
one
taller
thing
ones,
that our viewers don't see is when we have these marching bands like the Crimson Band, there are hordes of their parents and family members that walk down the sidewalks while they're performing. So it's really interesting because you get a big surge of a crowd, but most people don't notice that they're with the band. We also have our major sponsor, Northeast Chamber of Commerce, which Brian and I are both proudly on the board. And really, the Northeast Chamber really puts on this whole parade. It is quite an endeavor.
It is one of their biggest events of the year.
Yep, and 90 years is a big one.
Most definitely. So Chicks on Sticks started in 1998, so they've been around. Geez, a little over. Chicks on Sticks can legally drink now, I suppose.
I think they don't want to be drinking when they're
Well,
on those
probably.
stilts, though.
That's a
Most
very good
likely
point.
not.
That's a very good point.
They do have some neat outfits, though, this year. They look like they're doing sculptural pieces that are like butterflies.
They've gone and in the past done abstract sculptural dance to flaming pyrotechnic pageants, which would really be kind of fun. And if you want some more information about them, you can go to www.chicks_on_sticks.com.
Excellent. Right behind Chicks on Sticks, in case they get hungry, is Pizza Luce.
Oh, gotta love some Pizza Luce.
We do. They have a pizza that is a baked potato pizza that is very interesting.
Yes. I really like that, but it doesn't satisfy my need for
It's
a
not.
pizza.
It doesn't give you the pizza fix for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they do hoagies, salads.
They're handing garlic out to people. I
Oh,
love
wow.
that. That is outstanding.
Yeah.
We need more parade participants handing out produce. I love it.
And next up is the Shrine Mariners. So I'm wondering, their captain is Nick Warner, lieutenant is Todd Schwartz. I am curious if the boats here, if people are
they boat
captains
enthusiasts?
or boat enthusiasts.
Are they enthusiasts
I'm
as
curious.
as the helicopter Shriners were? These are neat little boats. You know what these boats remind me of, Brian? When we were kids, remember those rides like at the carnivals where you sit in the little boats and they actually had water underneath them. The Shriners do a lot in the community. They provide world-class orthopedic and a variety of other cares at absolutely no cost to patients and their families. So these kids that are suffering from different ailments and need the care, they get the care for no cost. So it's really incredible.
So more information about that is at, I'm going to spell it ZUHRAH.org. Zura.org.
And Zura was formed here in Minnesota in 1886. And there they go.
Coming up next is somebody that we all buy stuff from. Centerpoint Energy.
Providing safe and reliable natural gas for over 146 years. That's incredible.
And they wanted to say thank you, Minneapolis.
They also wanted to let you know that you can visit centerpointenergy.com for energy saving tips and equipment rebate information, which I think a lot of people don't realize that you could be eligible for. So it's a nice information that they provide. I wish Pizza Luce was handing out pizza.
That would have been nice. Customer Remodelers is coming up next. It's a family-owned business serving Minnesota and western Wisconsin for 29 years. CRI does siding, windows, roofing, gutters, and offers free estimates on their work.
And there goes. So right behind Centerpoint Energy, it looks like we have Xcel Energy.
Oh. I thought we were going to have the Minneapolis Mounted Police Department, but
they're a little bit out of order.
Look, that's all right.
That's okay.
But yeah.
So Xcel Energy is another major sponsor of this parade. Also, we all purchase things from Xcel Energy.
Yes, we
well,
do.
so.
Yes, we do.
You need a charge.
Ooh, Holy Land is handing out coupons.
Oh,
We're in.
Perfect.
Thank you. Thank you. Love some Holy Land.
Up next, we got Carrie and Diane.
Diane Loeffler, looks like, and Carrie Diedzik. So awesome. There comes Diane. Brian's going to do a quick interview.
Thank you. Sorry. Hold on a second. I can't hear you. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. I gotta get away from.
them and help other people, and sometimes I was a volunteer on the parade committee.
Perfect. Well, hey, thanks for being out here today, and yeah. Awesome. Thanks very much. Carrie, hi. Brian Winter, how are you today?
Great day for parade. Having lots of fun. Great crowd out here today.
We just see the crowd here, but is it going pretty strong down the road? Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Anything you'd like to comment on?
No, just thanks for watching. Thanks for being here, and hope everybody enjoys it.
All right, and hey, thanks for your service.
Thank you.
Okay, here comes the Edison Alumni Marching Band. They are a highlight of this parade every year. They have been marching continuously and performing for 42 years. Hopefully not every day of those 42 years, but they have it together, so they could very well have been. They have been to various other parades around, New Orleans, Mardi Gras, Chicago. Let's listen to them. Okay. Up next, we have preventive health for child and teen checkups.
They do dental checkups too, it looks
They
like.
do.
They accommodate young adults 18 to 20 years of age. Assist in
And
finding
here comes
clinics.
Subway, another sponsor of the parade. And if you can't hear it, here comes the Hennepin County Sheriff's Department.
Looks like they've got their airboat.
Very
So
cool.
in Minnesota, the Sheriff's Department is actually in charge of the dive teams. So I'm
And we
imagining
have a new
they're-
sheriff this year, Dave Hutchinson.
Have you ever ridden in an airboat?
I have, well, yes, I have.
Really?
So, yep, down in Florida, we took one of those. We did a touristy thing one
Yeah.
time, and it was pretty neat.
I got to drive it
Did
for a little
you?
bit, which was
Wow, that's
yeah,
pretty neat.
it was fun. I did not attempt to pull the alligator tail like the one guy did,
No,
though.
that's probably for the best.
Yeah.
We probably don't encounter many of those alligators here in Minneapolis.
And
if you did, then there's a big
they're,
problem.
They're one of three things that kind of terrify me, so I'm fine with that. Up next is the Shrine Cycle Corps, so we might be going a little radio silence on that.
Yeah.
We Ride So Children Can Walk is their motto, and they've been performing since 1953.
You know, I've seen them in parades since I was a kid, and I never realized until my husband and I started driving motorcycle how incredibly difficult it is for them to be doing the maneuvers that they do. It's really impressive.
Yeah, those are all pretty big
They
bikes.
are.
so
They're big bikes, big hogs. And they make it look effortless.
Did you go through the motorcycle safety?
No, I'm
course?
a passenger.
Yeah?
My husband went through the safety
Yeah?
course and got his license through that. But it's just incredible what these guys do. You can stop on a dime. I have no desire to drive a bike, just to ride on one. I enjoy it very much.
There you go.
Got my Queen's Throne.
few more representatives from Hennepin County Sheriff
I think
Department.
this is actually the sheriff himself, huh?
All right. Hennepin County Sheriff walking on by.
There you go. And here they come. There they go.
So in 1929, 100 years ago, Singing in the Rain, Making Whoopee, and Ain't Misbehaving were the top songs.
Those are.
I know I've heard
Those
Singing
are
in the Rain.
classics. I think I've heard Ain't Misbehaving. Making Whoopee, I don't know. So the
Right.
most famous person in the U.S. in 1929 when this parade started was Al Jolson. That's very interesting news. That's
Yeah.
cool.
And additionally, the Grand Teton National Park was established.
Ah,
Have you been
wow.
out there before?
I have not been to the Grand Teton.
Really beautiful.
So here
But-
we have the East Side Food Co-op coming up next. East Side is our local and organic grocery store in the heart of Northeast Minneapolis, right here on Central Avenue. Recently remodeled in the last year. Has it been more
I
than
think
a
it's
year?
2 or
Probably,
3 years
maybe.
now, but yeah,
I-
they've got the nice little
They
kind
have-
of deli in
yeah,
there now.
that's a great little place. They make some really great sausages, and they do a lot of their own butchering and meats, so it's very interesting. And East Side Food Co-op is also a sponsor of the parade. So is this Turbo Tim's behind them?
I'm not sure if it is.
I was going to say if it was Turbo Tim's, it's apropos that they're right behind the motorcycles
Yeah.
in case they break down. I think these
apparently
are
this
still
is
the co-op, the East Side
yes,
Pride.
East Side
still
Pride.
the co-opers.
Yep.
So I think we have Minneapolis Aquatennial coming up, Brian.
Yeah, it's 79th year, so it's 11 years younger than this parade.
Yeah.
Third week in July, it has the best weather on record for the year. So
They also have the darndest best fireworks that are ever shown in the state, I think. They really do a
Yes.
great job on those.
yes,
And there they are. We have Ann Bailey and Courtney Ingholm.
and those ambassadors earn a scholarship. And Jim Dane is the senior Commodore. Susan Klug is the senior Queen.
So Pressure Print, major sponsor. Pressure Print's a great long family-owned printing business in Minneapolis. They do a lot of great things for the community.
And where are they located at?
They are in the very odd little off area. If you go down Lowry and you go under that bridge where the Volkswagen place, what Karma, Good Karma is,
Yep.
you kind of veer off to the left, and they're back they're tucked away. You would never know they were there.
Okay. Another sponsor, Central Lock and Safe, right here on
Right here on Central, doggone it.
And then we've got the Zura Shrine Horse Patrol. Captain Bob Gretton. They were founded in 1947 and based out of Independence, Minnesota.
Okay.
I would imagine, yeah.
They also support the Shriners Hospital for Children and regularly perform in parades.
I suppose there's not too many. I just noticed that the hooves are glittery.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful horses, though.
But I suppose it makes sense that they're not based here in Minneapolis.
It
'cause
does.
Not a whole lot of stables
Not a
around
whole
the
lot.
area.
No.
Plenty of garages that used to be stables, though. Another major sponsor, Mall of America.
Okay.
It is not located in
It is not in Northeast Minneapolis, but it should be because the center of the universe is here.
Center of the universe. Wow.
That's right.
Are you referring to yourself, Mary?
No,
or,
this is
or-
Northeast is the
okay.
center of the universe, Brian.
I thought that
It's where
you were saying
everything
that
cool happens.
Everything revolved around
Oh,
you.
no,
Okay.
no. My family would probably argue that, but I do not believe that myself.
Okay. Up next is Yinghua Academy.
We have to get the lingual part of it down. Is it
Inghua.
Yinghua?
Inghua.
Maybe
Academy.
we should go
Yep.
there and then we would know
Yeah.
how to say it.
It is a Mandarin immersion public charter school serving 800 students from K to 8th grade. And it's not too far from here over by the Northeast Park,
Right.
the water park, right?
Yeah, they have a beautiful facility. It's just I went toured their facility before they built this one, and it's just incredible to hear these kids talking constantly.
And it's the only full immersion Mandarin school in Minneapolis,
Very
opened in
neat.
2006. Oh, first public charter Chinese immersion school in the United States.
Cool. Looks like we have students, parents. We have a little dragon action happening.
Oh, they've got some candy to toss out. Or maybe it's not candy.
Uh-oh.
Maybe it's more garlic.
No, I don't think it's garlic. It could be, I don't know, fortune cookies? Could it be?
I have no idea.
I don't know. It's a mystery. We don't know what they're tossing out.
Coming up now, we've got the horse manure removal crew.
Ah, that's neat. That's a necessity of the parade.
Looks like bubblegum.
What's coming up next, Brian?
Next is
I hear a marching band.
from St. Francis, the Marching Saints. This is a high school band, and they present their 2019 show Hero under the direction of drum major Madison Nelmark.
Well, is St. Francis farther than? I know they're farther than Maple Grove, right?
They would be, yes.
They may be our farthest away band at this point.
Little bit of a gap here till they show up.
So, we're going to get our talking done before they head down here, as usual. We've really got this down. We do our talking before they actually come down the road so that we don't have to talk over them. Because nobody wants to hear us when they can hear a cool marching band.
While we're waiting for them, I'm going to ask you your question, Mary. What is your favorite park in Northeast Minneapolis?
Well, boy, that's a tough one. I like I think I spent a lot of time at Logan, so Bottineau Park is the closest to me, but Logan Park is it's a neat park because it's one of the older ones. It has the big old trees.
Yeah.
And I know my husband said when he was a kid, he played there, and the trees were just, I mean, even huge back then. So I guess I'd say I like Logan Park. How about you? What's your favorite?
Father Hennepin Park, or just being along the river there is super awesome.
Yeah.
But the park over at Webster Elementary is probably.
Oh,
where
that is a neat park. Yep.
Been going there and sledding on first.
That's
snow
the little
day as
hill.
long as I
The
can
little
remember.
hill.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trees on that hill these days, though. So I'm wondering how that works out for kids.
Oh, you can go and put some trails through the backside.
I think so. Oh, I see.
I would not recommend an inner tube, though. Inflatable tubes.
That is a big dog and pony show to have to haul around. They always have the big trailer, all the parents walking along the side.
Yeah.
It's a lot to pull that off. Here comes one of our major sponsors, Brian, Wells Fargo. They're also located right here on Central Avenue, and there's one over on East Hennepin. So they have a couple Northeast locations. And we have a little lull. We have a lull.
This is my high school song.
Yeah, going down to Father Hennepin Park
Yeah.
on a sunny day.
Yeah,
Oh,
nice.
just seeing all the well, and I think that's probably one of the closer ones to the U. So
Right.
it's always just a lot of bustle and everything out there.
Yep. Earlier in the evening, it was kind of, the crowd was thin, but boy, it's really, the
Definitely
sidewalks are
been filling
packed.
up.
We got a lot,
Yeah.
great attendance tonight. It's such a beautiful night, though. Of course, why wouldn't it be? I would come out and watch a parade on a night like tonight.
Oh yes. Next group up is looks like Northeast
Northeast College
Prep.
yeah.
And
So they are a diverse school, and students speak 11 different primary languages at home, all the kids that attend there. So that's pretty neat. They're proud to be a great Northeast public school. They would invite everyone to come and visit them, and they're incredible students making the world a better place. It's always a great thing to see the kids and the parents and everybody coming out to represent their school. It's really heartwarming to see that. These kids seem very excited about being in the parade tonight.
well, and I don't know if the human being on stilts here.
Did we lose a chick on stick? Oh no. Perhaps one of the chicks on sticks is part of Northeast College Prep, or they're starting their own thing. Yeah.
I just got word that there's no audio on
I
the
also got that.
simulcast even when we're talking.
So for the replay, they'll be able to hear it. That's fine. Okay. That is a colorful, beautiful float. Look at all the parents and kids. That's really impressive.
Looks like we've got the Minneapolis Park and Rec Board.
They are also
Up
a
next.
sponsor of the parade. And we just got done talking about our favorite Minneapolis parks, so there we have it.
We didn't even our favorite parks around Northeast.
In Northeast, right. In general, like
Yeah.
if we went broader to broad Minneapolis, we would have a longer discussion.
Most definitely. Oh, hey, here's our.
Oh, there he is. Here comes Jacob Fry. Oh, yeah.
Parade.
All right.
One of the most magnificent days of the entire year.
All right, fantastic. Well, you're looking pretty sweaty, so
Oh,
thanks
yeah,
thanks
yeah.
for rubbing some of that on me, sir. And all right.
I'll rub off on you anytime.
All right. Hey, thanks. Have a great one.
And up next, we have the Maple Lake Marching Band. They're happy to be back in Northeast, and they are bringing music this year from The Greatest Showman.
Oh, little tartan.
Next, we have Union Bank and Trust, a major sponsor of the parade. They're also located right on Central Avenue, all the way down. The great community bank, Union Bank and Trust.
And it looks like some of their people giving out candy, or maybe
I think
sampling
there's
some
candy.
of it themselves.
Maybe they're handing out money.
I don't know. I'm guessing because I see some of the volunteers.
I'd see bigger. I'd see a bigger crowd if they were throwing money, and I guess it would be dangerous to bank there if they were. So
Yeah.
I'm glad they're not.
And Minneapolis
And it looks like
Transition Charter School.
And
Oh,
there's,
Smarties,
and there is,
Smarties and Tootsie Rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See Ruth Peterson, President Jeff Schremp. And now we have Minnesota Transitions Charter School. Lots of schools represented tonight. They are a K through 12 school.
Elsie's is after that.
Elsie's is
Another
a
major sponsor.
And we have the Girl Scouts after Elsie's. These are the Girl Scouts River Valley. Local troops from Northeast Minneapolis, St. Anthony Village, and Columbia Heights.
18136. That's a lot of numbers there.
I wonder how many cookies they sold this year, Brian.
Oh, you know, the cookies down here actually cost more than the
Do they?
outstate ones.
Oh.
Yeah, I found that out because my neighbor's niece came down and they were cheaper. I'm
Wow.
like, hey.
Well, what was interesting to me is they have different cookies in different regions. They have different bakeries baking them. So
Okay.
my son lives in Washington, D.C., and they have a totally different s'mores cookie than they do up here. So
I mean, Thin Mints, though, have always tasted like Thin
Thin
Mints.
Mints you can't mess up. You can't mess with the Thin Mint. It's a classic.
Yes.
Oh, and here it looks like we have St. John Paul Catholic School.
Getting towed around by Cywick.
Yeah. When my son went to that school, it was Holy Cross, which is the church affiliated with the school. So
Okay.
some trivia for you. Some Catholic school trivia. And there's our past announcer, Tom Cywick, driving the truck. Coming up next, we have Warner Stellian, one of the newest businesses in Northeast. We're happy to see them here. Brian's going to do a little interview with them, see how they like Northeast Minneapolis.
Joe Warner, Warner Stallions. How are you doing today?
Doing really well. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. It's a beautiful day for a parade. Hey, so you guys have been in here in Northeast now for about a year, is it?
Exactly a year today. We soft opened on June 18th, 2018.
Fantastic. And now that the road's open, is things going great over there?
Better and better every week. Yeah, we've got customers coming in from the Northeast area, from downtown, Fridley Heights. So it's been getting going a little bit more every week.
Perfect. So grill sales still going on or no?
Well, grill sale goes on until you say it stops, I suppose. We'll keep selling grills. We've got our 4th of July promo starts on the 20th. That's a really good one of the best of the year.
All right. Well, thanks. Fantastic. And we'll see you around.
Excellent. We had Joe Warner of Warner Stellian. Lives a Northeast guy. He is a Northeast guy. Also on the Chamber of Commerce board with us. So, and here comes Edison High School Marching Band. We had the alumni. Now we have the real deal. The kids, soon to be alumni someday.
Alumni in training?
Alumni in training. I love it.
Oh, we got Kevin after that. And Steve.
And here we have Minneapolis Refuse, the recycling people. We love our recycling in Northeast Minneapolis. We're all happy and proud to do it. And here comes. And here comes
Kevin's
Kevin
got
Reich.
Minneapolis Public Work driving around. Kevin, how are you today?
I'm doing super. How about yourself?
I'm great. You're looking a little less sweaty than the last guy that came back through here.
I usually am much more sweaty, but it's not that humid this year, so I'm loving it.
Okay, great, fantastic. And any special thoughts about the parade and its 90th anniversary?
90th anniversary, the second oldest parade in the state. Forest Lake wants to ever give up the #1 title. We're ready to go. But it's a beautiful day, beautiful weather. I mean, you've got the Edison School, you've got City Public Works saying recycling is a good thing. And yes, kids, recycling is a good thing. No, it's a fantastic event. This is a tradition. This is Northeast at its best.
Fantastic. Hey, thanks for being out here today.
Thanks.
And while we were having the interview, we missed Dipped in Debris, new business here on Northeast. And here we have Minneapolis Public Schools.
Where's Dipped in Debris at?
Dipped in Debris is right next to Senyak.
Ah,
and they're actually
yes.
owned by the same folks.
I
have
seen
heard
them
awesome
before.
things about their sandwiches. I guess they have a mean Philly beef, and I guess their stuff is just great. I haven't tried it yet, but it's on my list.
That and all the new barbecue places.
Oh, I know. We've had an explosion of barbecue in Northeast Minneapolis. Looks like all the folks representing the Minneapolis Public Schools are going to have a big barbecue on August 29th. We just were talking about barbecue.
Yes.
And this is not an official barbecue business, but they are having a barbecue on August 29th with all the Minneapolis Public Schools.
So can I go and...
I think we should crash it, Brian.
I mean,
we are the bonnet. I mean, I'm a barbecue connoisseur. I don't know how about you.
I enjoy me.
We can eat some
pretty good
barbecue in our house.
But I wonder if it's barbecue or a cookout.
It says barbecue.
It does.
I don't
Yep.
know.
But I would imagine that would just be open to all.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Next we have Tree Trust. Oh wait, no, it's still Minneapolis Public Schools. There we go. They're learning with trees at Sheridan Arts Spanish Dual Immersion School.
Oh, that's part of Minneapolis
Yeah.
Public Schools, Sheridan
Yes, it
School,
is.
you bet. And I believe that the bus coming next is their food program bus. So I know at Eastside Neighborhood Services we have a alternative school, and we see this bus in our neighborhood. They're giving out the good food to the kids.
The good food or the healthy food?
Healthy, good food.
Okay.
Well, it's good, healthy food.
Okay. Looks like we've got the Northeast Middle School band coming up next. 6th through 8th grade.
That's about, I think it's the only school in Northeast Minneapolis with a swimming pool, too.
I think every school even middle school growing up had a...
Yeah. This is the only
Swimming
one in
pool.
Northeast.
They would like to thank the local Lions for sponsoring their uniform shirts.
Very good. And here comes City of Lakes Youth Hockey, Minneapolis Titans. And they are skating their way down Central Avenue tonight.
I bet you I know where they practice at.
I think so. Right here on Central Avenue.
Yeah.
And we have coming up
New Brighton Stockyard
Yep.
Days.
The ambassadors for 2019 are Caitlin Tenirla, Alicia Van Dale, and junior ambassador Celeste Ewing. The names are getting harder and easier, both.
Yes.
It's always a neat float. Stockyard Days, they got the cowboy theme going on.
I think, though, if I had to sit and listen to Cotton Eye Joe played over and over and over,
I know, that would do you got to have some dedication for
I'm
that.
sure that the ambassadors are just inured to it, but maybe be in the parade behind.
Right.
Right
And
behind
here
them.
comes St. Charles
Yeah.
Catholic School. One of two Catholic schools here in Northeast Minneapolis. Got some happy kiddos there.
Apparently they are the Chargers.
And they have a classic vehicle coming up the rear of them, so that's kind of neat. Even has the school colors, the green.
Realty One Group. They are a sponsor. And next up is the Patriots Marching Band, led by...
So the Patriots are actually St. Anthony Village and Spring Lake Park, so that I know we could hear them sometimes all through Northeast when they're outside practicing, because they go up and down Silver Lake Road.
Oh, really?
Or maybe not exactly Silver Lake Road, but they're in that area. And the sound really carries. They do quite a bit.
Ah, yes. So here is Realty One Group. I think some of the smaller schools are starting to do that as far as combining some of those programs that they want to have, but just don't have enough either students or whatever. So great to see.
So the 2017 Commanders. Is it 2017 or 2019? That's
well,
the
it's
question.
showing 2017, and that's why I
Right.
just thought,
Is our information accurate, Brian,
Yes,
is the question. Anyway, we'll give them a shout out. Marcus Brandt, Sophia Hiller, and Marley Lund. They are the commanders of this great band. These guys
they are
really
full
do
on
some performing. Yeah.
Yeah, they looks like Revolutionary War attire
They're
as
the
well.
Patriots.
It would make sense. Ooh, is that cowbell I hear?
I think I hear cowbell. I think we need more cowbell. If they have us back next year, Bri, we should bring our own cowbell, don't
We
you
could
think?
do that, yeah.
Yeah, we need that.
I was going to ask if maybe they could put us up on top of the
that'd be
library
nice.
too.
That would be good.
A little farther away from
Uh-huh,
crowd noise. You know,
perhaps.
the craft service table. I was hoping that we could get a nice big one of those in the
Right,
green room.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. These guys are throwing the flags. It's really neat. They've got to be happy it's a cooler night tonight with those
Yeah.
uniforms.
Don't know that I've ever seen a Declaration of Independence flag before.
That's a big group. did some reading that they have. So all these bands are in a competition tonight during this parade.
Okay.
And there's a group from the University of Minnesota that will be voting on the top band for the night. So it's pretty neat.
The judging for that is up by right by Central Avenue Liquors, I believe.
I think so.
That's where they do that every year. I think they have craft service down there.
They are impressive, that's for sure.
That was an impressive
That's a
one.
big group.
So next up is Pet Central Animal Hospital. It's a full-service hospital.
Also located on Central Avenue. They've been around for a long time.
They do not only emergency, but they do
yeah.
routine medical, surgical, dental care. Oh, full grooming and pet food retail area.
They do everything. I know when we had a dog, our dog was a patient there, and they did everything from tooth care to surgery to, everything. Grooming. He didn't like the groomer, but what dog likes to be groomed?
I thought you were saying you didn't like the groomer.
I
I'm
liked the
like,
groomer.
Okay.
I don't know that she liked us because our dog was a little difficult, so we might not have been her greatest fans.
Okay, I'll check it.
Oh, they have some pets with them. That's excellent. You know, Dr. Nelson has been running that place for, 40 years, I think. I don't see him in the crowd. He must be back at the clinic doing surgery.
Oh, man, to be that little a dog and that's a little exercise for Mary, you want to talk about the next
Yes,
organization?
I will. So next up is Eastside Neighborhood Services. We have been, or I work there, so I'm going to say we, but Eastside has been in Northeast Minneapolis for 105 years. They do everything from nationally accredited daycare, alternative high school, wonderful, wonderful employment services, food shelves. We gave away over 1 million pounds of food last year, Brian.
Wow.
In our food shelves.
You know, and you guys do great things, but some people wouldn't know how to support you.
Right.
Two big ways that I've enjoyed both. The Big River Beer Festival.
Northeast Big River Brew Fest, October 5th.
October 5th. So that's a little different day this year.
October 5th, a different day. And we also have Night at the Nick, a wine tasting in May that just happened.
Yeah, that was just
right?
It's usually right before Art Whirl.
Yep, right
This
before.
year it was a
few days before.
But, you know,
and we have senior transportation. If there's people interested in supporting, just go on the website, www.esns.org. And here comes the Empty Bowls right behind. So Empty Bowls is a group of incredible Northeast Minneapolis citizens. And they come out and they raise money for the 3 food shelves in Minneapolis. So they do a great job. They actually hold their event at our Eastside Neighborhood Services building every year.
Do they have a website or?
They have a Facebook page.
Okay. All right.
Empty Bowls Northeast. And here comes us music school, Sarah Jane's Music School.
Owned and directed by Sarah Jane. Neighborhood music school offering private lessons in a variety of instruments.
I think they're right here in Central as well. I think they're over by Fair State.
Okay. I was reflecting as the band went by. The marching band. I did not recognize probably about half of the instruments in that.
Right, I know. I want to give a good shout out to Northeast Bank, major sponsor, also an incredible business here in Northeast Minneapolis.
Probably have sponsored, if it says Northeast on it, they
Northeast
have probably
Bank
sponsored,
has sponsored it.
Yep.
That is true. They are very involved in community.
They've got a community room that people can use.
Yes,
too.
the Walter Rasmussen room. Here comes Seika Food Shelf. They're over in Columbia Heights.
And they do the Hops for Hunger as well as Fire and Ice Plunge.
Yeah. And we have another major sponsor, UCare Minnesota.
and followed by the Blaine Marching Bengals.
I hear energy coming down the road.
Its 2019 program is called Within Reach. Drum majors Kevin Spartz and Tegan Palmer. Assistant director is Tegan Brummel. And it's directed by Zach Church.
Next up, we have I Like You.
All right.
Family-owned business.
Hey, excuse
here
me,
in
guys.
Northeast.
Excuse me.
Women-owned and
How
operated.
are y'all doing? I'm Brian, and we are doing this out in the TV and everything like that. So, do you want to? Are these clothes Likers gonna like, and we like you here? You guys sell those?
We did or we have in the past. This one's a vintage, so I don't know how much we have of that one. We got this one fully in this one.
All right, perfect. Anything exciting going on at the shop? No.
Always something exciting going on at the shop. Always. It's super fun every single day. We're there to make you smile.
Perfect. I'll let you catch back up with your group. Thanks very much. Oh, I was so confounded by the roller skates, I think.
We just had one of our major sponsors come by, and here comes Larson Dental, the big tooth. They've been around Northeast for a long, long time. Looks like 100 years. They're having a 100th anniversary party on Saturday, September 14th. Fixing teeth for 100 years. What do you think about that, Brian?
Are they tossing out candy or
100 years.
Oh, okay. Looks like it's more dental floss or
Yes.
something. 100 years of
Yep. And we have Parker Skyview High Rise right down the road.
Yeah.
And it's the steel drum band, the Zura Shrine Steel Drum Band.
It consists of 4 types of steel drums or pans. You've got the lead or tenor. It's a single drum. The double second is 2 drums. Cello pan, 3 drums, and bass is 2 to 4 drums, I guess.
I think they could use a little cowbell, Brian.
That, you know,
Who couldn't
just about
use some
everything
cowbell?
gets a little bit better.
Beyond Self Storage, another sponsor coming by. Beyond Self Storage is in Northeast Minneapolis, located right on 35 and 280.
Double Ben.
Near 35 and 280.
Yes, not on
Yeah.
35 and 280. That would be hard to store things if that were the case.
Oh, kids are crying in the street. And then following up self-storage, we have Columbia Heights Royalty.
Okay, neighboring city, Columbia Heights, Minnesota.
The Candidate leadership experience provides young women ages 17 to 21 the opportunity for personal and professional growth through volunteer service, public speaking, interviewing, and networking.
And right behind them, I see unicycles.
Twin City Unicycle Club, largest one in the country and oldest in Minnesota, with over 200 active unicyclists.
Have you ever been
Wow.
on a unicycle, Brian?
I have. I was not great on it,
You
but
have?
I have done it, yes.
I have not.
If it's got wheels, I've probably
Okay,
ridden
I
on
love
it.
it. That's great.
Their
Look
members
at
hold
these
over
unicycles.
30
They're some high
national
ones.
titles and 15 world
Oh,
titles.
look at these things. I don't even know how you'd go about getting up on one.
I gotta think holding hands at that speed is a little help.
Gosh.
Oh,
Wow. That's pretty neat. Oh, God, don't fall. Looks like it's a multi-generational group.
yeah.
Nice. And right behind them, another sponsor, Riverland Bank. They're a brand new bank here in Northeast.
Where are they located
They're
at?
actually right on East Hennepin. Kind of on the way to, they're technically southeast, northeast, but they're
Okay.
right up on East Hennepin. Here comes the Salvation Army right behind them. They are right here on Central Avenue. They have a location. They're
That's-
also over 100 years old.
They do some. I used to work disaster response, and they have such a fantastic crew for that.
Yeah.
The other thing is they do the Toys for Tots giveaway
Right, they do.
at the Armory here
Yes.
every Christmas.
Yep. There's the big bucket. And right behind them is Senior Linkage Line, Metropolitan Area Agency on Aging. They do a lot of work in the Twin Cities here. Brian, did you know that seniors are going to be our largest population very soon?
I think I'd heard something
Yep.
like that.
And look at the dogs, my gosh.
Yeah. Well, this is the Upper Midwest Great Dane Rescue.
Right on the heels of the seniors. They are big dogs. Nice to see them in the parade this year. And right behind that, what do we have coming up?
The Miss St. Francis Ambassador Program?
YMCA
Oh, YMCA's
snuck in
host
there
home.
somehow.
Ah! I guess Miss Francis did not get here. Sounds like they're starting a spare bedroom program. The host homes provides a safe and stable living spaces. If you're interested in opening your heart and your home, please call 763-208-7381. They provide resources and services including housing support, eviction protection, and basic services to young people and families.
And I hear another band. I believe it's St. Francis Ambassador Program.
No,
Oh,
this
it's
is the
not. I'm
TKO
wrong.
Drumline and Knockout
It
Drill
is.
Team.
The TKO, they are
Yeah,
awesome. They
these-
actually performed here in Northeast a couple times last year. Some talented young people. These young people are from Patrick Henry High School. And we have a couple sponsors, Central Avenue Liquor, another outstanding community business, and Billman Hunt Funeral Chapels. Next up, we have Fair State Brewing Cooperative. Brian's going to do a quick interview right here on Central Avenue as well.
Nico, how you doing?
And next we have Grumpy's Northeast. Apparently they have T-Bone Bingo. Free on Sundays. Who'da thunk? T-Bone Bingo. And there's a big T-bone steak making its way down the road. Yeah. They do that Mr. Northeast pageant for us every year. There is such a thing as Mr. Northeast Minneapolis.
Mr. Northeast Minneapolis.
I wonder if Mr. Northeast is here. Here comes Azura. Azura Shrine Drum Corps. Next up, we have the Minneapolis St. Patrick's Day Parade Association. Now I know that there's an association that puts on
They
that
had
great
their
parade every year.
50th annual Miss Blarney, Taylor Lassie. She represented it 6:30 p.m. on the Nicollet Mall is when they do that on March 17th.
Very cool.
But you're right. I
did not know.
I did not know that we had one.
But it makes sense.
here.
Somebody's got to organize the whole thing, right? Next up, True Stone Financial, another great Northeast business that gives back to the community.
They're located at the corner of 6th Street and Central Avenue.
Right next to Glamdell Donuts. And Lou's Sandwiches. Have you been to Lou's Sandwiches?
I have not.
Outstanding.
Are those the,
Banh mi.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I highly recommend. True Stone's a good group of, I mean, they're, you know, you come across these businesses that do quite a bit in the community, and they send volunteers out at community events. We really like to see businesses get involved in community. It's really nice.
Neighborhood Health Source is coming up. It's a
right down the street
nonprofit
as well.
community health center with 3 primary care clinics in North and Northeast Minneapolis. Accessible and affordable health care no matter their income or insurance. The Central Clinic is Central and 23rd Street, and the Sheridan Clinic is 13th Avenue and University.
And then they have one Fremont Clinic over north.
Okay.
I hear an energetic group coming up.
Unlimited Next Level Drum and Dance is now under Deed Cole. They've won awards in competitions and parades. Were founded in 2005.
And here they come. Yes, yes it is. Yes it is. I think we rolled that right over from the house.
Next up is Graco, located
So,
just down by the river.
They've been around since 1926, very involved in community. And did you know that they make pumps? They pump everything from oil. They make all the pumps around, so they're not the kids like
strollers.
They're not
Yeah.
the strollers
Yep,
and things.
they do pumps.
They're definitely something else. Founded by David Koch, 1926. And here comes Biotechne. They also are in Northeast Minneapolis. They are the scientists.
Located over by the old Cream of Wheat Loft.
Yes, right.
Yes. So these real-life scientists are excited to be participating in this tradition and the parade.
They actually have been sending scientists over to help out in our alternative high school over at Eastside. So
Oh,
they work with
perfect.
the kids. Really neat. Getting them involved in the field. There's so many interesting businesses, you know, Brian, that people don't really know about here in Northeast.
Very much so.
And it's really nice to see them come out on days
yeah.
like today.
Well, and I mean, you've got the whole industrial park
Right.
neighborhood over
Yeah,
there
the
that
central-
there's so many Mid-Cities Industrial Park.
Mid-City
Yep.
Industrial, right.
And
bagpipes.
bagpiper John Michael Hughes. He's wearing authentic Scots Guard with gun tartan and ostrich feather bonnet.
And I think right behind our bagpiper is the Minnesota Art Cars and Art Bikes. They are an
Yeah.
interesting group. I've always thought when my car finally gets to a point where I'm so embarrassed I can't drive it anymore, I'm going to turn it into an art car.
Well, you know, and every day is a parade if you've got an art car or an art bike. You can join them on Saturday, July 27th at 6 p.m. for their 25th Art Car and Art Bike Parade around Lake Harriet.
Oh, that would be neat. What would you decorate your art car with, Brian?
Oh,
I could probably do wine
Probably-
corks. I probably have enough to cover a portion of the vehicle.
you know, if you ever need more, let me know, because I've got a big bucket of them. That was a bunch of stickers that looked like
Yeah,
spelling
I've
out
seen
phrases.
one around
Yeah.
the neighborhood that has
Okay.
corks all over it. This one looks like it's got some old records, jewelry, flowers, and a toilet on top, just for just for a little, you know,
and a mohawk,
something.
a mohawk baby on the back.
Looks like we have a mosaic one coming
Yeah.
up. There's the art bikes. We have
Yeah.
butterflies. Love it. I think the 2 Minneapolis police officers
Are those art
coming
bikes
want to be
too?
part of the art
Yeah.
bikes. I think they're chasing them down. We have a Minion car.
Washburn McGreevy.
And Washburn McGreevy is a family-owned business, very northeast. They all, in fact, most of the family lives in northeast. They really are also very giving to the community.
They're followed by the Sexual Violence Center, advocates. SVC serves Carver, Hennepin, and Scott counties.
And if you need any help with sexual violence counseling, 612-871-5111. They're there to help. We have my very own bed.
Local Northeast nonprofit that provides new beds to children of families in the Twin Cities because a good night's sleep is important for, well, everybody.
Very cool.
Eastside Meals on Wheels.
They do good work. Meals on Wheels delivers healthy, hot and cold meals to people that are housebound in Northeast Minneapolis.
You know, and I've had some neighbors that do that,
Yep.
and
Me
the
too.
best thing is when I have not seen those neighbors for a few days, I'll flag down the Meals on Wheels,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
fantastic way to make sure
And
that
for a lot of
everybody's
folks,
okay.
these
They
are daily
remain
visitors,
contact,
and they
yep.
really look forward to these visitors every day.
I don't know. I'm more of the opinion sometimes that a day that I don't
I
see
wish someone
anybody
would
is a
deliver-
pretty
I
good
know.
one.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I wish someone would deliver a meal to me from time to
I-
time. I'm in. Yeah, we're getting to the almost to the end here.
Yeah.
Couple more entries, and we'll be winding up the 90th anniversary parade.
What year was it canceled? Did you say?
Oh God, it was. I think it was about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
There was
Yep.
a weather incident. I think
Yeah.
what we had tornadoes forecasted. It was pretty
Yeah.
severe weather. And there goes the last meal on wheel, ambling down the road.
Well, you know, when you wear that kind of outfit, it's probably like wearing a skirt below your knees or something. Your
Right.
your stride length gets down into 3 inches. Next up, we have really peppy music coming from Sunset and Kapala Glodek Funeral Homes. Celebration of a lifetime begins with us, with them, to create a personalized memorial to tell your story.
And they have a lot of candy they're throwing out.
Oh yeah,
And there's all the
is that
Northeast prep kids getting
is
the
that
candy.
why the police officers are escorting them and to keep them from getting mobbed? Maybe.
And to finish off our parade tonight, we have First Student Transportation. First Student is a provider of school bus service for kids K through 12. They have 9 locations in the Twin Cities. And you can charter their buses.
And I think, like a lot of other people in this economy, they're having trouble finding
Yeah,
people.
yeah, it's
So
hard.
if you're looking for a job, I guess First Student
They are
is
hiring drivers.
To the point, you should probably ask them about their job, is what their T-shirts are telling me. And it looks like it was the original. It's the same 3 mounted police officers
They started the parade and they're ending
bringing
the
it
parade.
home.
So with that, we will wind up the 90th Central Avenue Celebrate Northeast Parade. Thanks for everybody for coming out and watching the show.
Yeah, Mary,
watching
thank
our
you.
show. Thank you,
Yeah.
Brian. see a kiddo. Oh God, I'm taking my